How's it going, guys? Reaper here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been bothering people for a while and is showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. EA. It's in the game. Turns out you just have to pay a little extra for it. Oh wow, I really like that skin. And EA's like, do you really like it? Yeah, we thought you would. Well, $20 and you get this little box, and if you're lucky you might get that item. Now this has been going on for quite some time, so you may have heard about it by now, but just in case, we've had a lot of problems with EA and their loot boxes.
Boxes are closely linked to problem gambling, particularly among adolescents. Can I ask you, both companies, do you consider loot boxes to be an ethical feature of your games? Kerry?
Well, first, we don't call them loot boxes. I think that was...
Whatever term you wish to apply to them, do you consider them ethical?
So what we look at as surprise mechanics.
I'm sorry, surprise mechanics. So Kerry Hopkins, VP of EA's Legal Affairs, had an oral evidence session with UK Parliament's Digital, Culture, Media and Sports Committee, where she continuously defended loot boxes profusely. You know damn well that you call them loot boxes, EA. In every game that you have tweeted about that you weren't going to put them in, you specifically put no loot boxes. I guess it's just more convenient to call them that when you're trying to make yourself look good, huh? That still leaves a whole lot of games that do have them. They also cling to the idea that they're not gambling, which doesn't make any sense to me.
We agree with the UK Gambling Commission, the Australian Gambling Commission, and many other gambling commissions that they aren't gambling. And we also disagree that there's evidence that shows it leads to gambling.
Okay, when you play a slot machine, what happens? You put your money in, you pull the lever, and then you find out what your prize or lack thereof is. I will give it to you that with loot boxes, you are guaranteed to get something out of it. But it's almost never what you actually bought the loot box for, and it's almost always something you're never going to use. What's worse is you start comparing them to children's toys.
But I think it's important to look at this. So if you go to a, I don't know what your version of Target is, but a store that sells a lot of toys, and you do a search for surprise toys, what you'll find is that this is something people enjoy. They enjoy surprises. And so it's something that's been part of toys for years, whether it's Kinder Eggs or Hatchimals or LOL Surprise. We do think the way that we have implemented these kind of mechanics, and FIFA, of course, is our big one, our FIFA Ultimate Team and our packs, is actually quite ethical and quite fun, enjoyable to people.
Children's toys, okay? I'm pretty sure when you buy Hatchimals, you don't have to buy a big $60 pack just to get in started playing with them. When you buy a video game, though, you do have that initial cost of $60. Then you gotta buy DLC if you want that, and then you toss loot boxes on top of it. That starts, whenever you start adding it up, that really starts getting into a lot of money. As long as that money's going in your pocket, I guess you don't care though, huh? The biggest problem here, to me, is that they know that they've always called them loot boxes. They know that it's a form of gambling. They actually have their heads so high in the clouds that they think that we're too stupid to realize that they're lying straight to our faces. They actually believe that they're getting away with something here. I can't stress that enough. They really believe that. I imagine right before this conference happened that one of their people was just strolling through Walmart and they happened to see an LOL surprise doll up on the shelf, and then they called Kerry up. They're just like, hey, well, look, surprise mechanics. Surprise doll, it's perfect. It's going to work. Just trust me. Just do it. No. You call a wood chipper a bounce house. Do you think I'm going to be stupid enough to jump into it anyway because you called it a bounce house? It doesn't matter what you call them. They're still loot boxes, and it's still gambling. There is a silver lining to all this, though. The more they continue to push this envelope, the more they get all this media around them about it, and the more they're under fire about this, the faster we're going to finally get some regulations on this kind of thing. And we've needed that for a long time. That's good for all of us as gamers. I like to think that EA has some kind of emails that are accumulating up, or they're just getting more and more urgent. Like the Activision's like, oh wow, dude, yeah, you pushed that one pretty far. All right, time to chill down. All right, dude, 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 stop! You're ruining it for us. That being said, I don't have a problem with microtransactions that are purely cosmetic when they only change how you look or how your gun looks. But EA made it very clear with Battlefront 2 that they love that pay to win scheme. If you have even just a few people that buy into it, and then they go on and they start destroying everybody they come up against, those people are going to see, well, this guy's still a low level, but he's got all of his skills maxed out. I guess I'm just going to have to buy into it so I can stay on level with everybody else. The only one that wins from this is EA, and they know that. And it's obvious that that is what they prefer. And you try to say that this is ethical. That does not make any sense to me. They think all this shady stuff they have going on goes unnoticed by us, and then that's very sad to me. They really think that we just don't know what they're doing. They think that they're that slick. I'm here to tell you, you're not. Everybody sees it. It's been pointed out many times. At the end of the day, most money-hungry companies at least realize at some point, like, hey, all right, we kind of pushed it a little far. Maybe we need to back up a little bit, give a little bit of ground, and then maybe we can try to push it again later. EA just sets the bulldozer to full speed and just keeps on plowing right on through. They don't care. It's becoming clear to me that they don't care what the public view on them is. They're going to continue publishing games. They're going to keep getting these great titles that we like this new Star Wars game coming out, and we're going to keep buying them, and they're just going to keep on surviving. This really needs to stop. I have to wonder how they ever thought it was a good idea to say these things when they knew they had such a critical eye on them at the moment. Like, everybody is watching them and what they're doing and what they're saying. And it just brings me right back to the idea that they actually think we're this stupid. I kind of feel like if it keeps going the way it's going right now, then loot boxes are going to end up just getting banned altogether. And that might be for the best. I don't know. I guess we'll see. That's going to be it for me on this one, guys. Did you like the video? Did you agree with me or did you disagree? And is there anything else that you would like me to cover in the gaming world? I do have a few videos I'm working on right now, but if there is something that you would like for me to go over or you'd like to discuss, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. This has been GI Reaper.